Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to Swordflight. Alright, I'm gonna see if she can identify... Well, actually, no, I don't want to do that yet. I attempted to identify this thing, and I put on both rings and drank a potion of lore, and it didn't result in anything. Actually, okay, I have a couple things. I'll just have her identify all of it. Identify, yes. Okay, so... 2d8 fire damage. It's plus 5, it's keen. It only does 2 times crit damage, and only on a 20, so that's not solid. But it gives a little fire immunity. On hit, Inferno level 15, which can be pretty rough. A firebrand twice a day. It's interesting. 28 cold, 28 fire, immunity on both. It's plus 5. Blindness, freeze. Yeah, that's a rough weapon. That one's power makes sense. Okay, this is the end, so this must be the general store. Let's see if I can sell some of this stuff. I'm gonna assume this is just theft. But I could also search, see if there's anything worth stealing, and then not steal. We're in a general store here with all sorts of basic supplies. There's bound to be something you can use, not a lot. The kind of magical gear you might be interested in. I could buy some of what you've got here. You know anything about a thief named Vidier? I know a Vidier. He's barred from entering my shop. I find the various items of my stock have a disturbing tendency to turn up missing after he visits here. That also means my dealings with him are minimal. Don't think I could be of any help in locating him. Wow, something in Swordflight that doesn't have a description. Okay, those are all lots of money. Let's sell the cheap things first. Yeah, I'll sell off all the venom. One. That's not worth that much. I have no idea. Yeah, so he doesn't have any actual fancy stuff. He has his... These ones are probably the most valuable things he's got. Yeah. At least he sells potions in abundance. But no exceptional magic or potions. Plus 1 and 2 stuff. Yeah, he doesn't have access to much goods, so... He probably doesn't have a ton of money. Will not buy items of this type. That doesn't bode well. No ammo. Oh boy. If no one's gonna buy those, they are gonna be a nightmare to deal with. Right, that's all the pricier stuff. Don't need that. Seems like kind of a cheap move to swarm me with actual good ammo and then immediately make it all worthless. Okay, well, Stormcaller's Rod I can use, so I'll hang on to that. Now, plus 3. Ooh. Yeah, they're worth thousands, but not nearly as much. Okay, I can keep those out. Well, let's go ahead, throw ice. Some of these acid up here. Yeah, I got another set. I guess I'll just have to see if I have more each time. Okay, sell that. Everything else I think is worth, like, the maximum amount. Okay, I have plenty of Stormcaller rods. Yeah, now he's out. Well, this is certainly not looking like the most positive development. If I can't sell ammo, I'm going to be in for kind of a rough time. 5 cold resist, 1 armor bonus constitution. Interesting, but not up my alley. Okay. Okay, so this is in the tavern. I'll be here in just a second. Excessive protection. What? Can be presumed no one would object to you taking the contents of this box. It's been dumped amidst the trash. Strangely, it turns out to be locked, as well as warded against magic or attack. Excessive protection, simply for discarded junk, one would think. At any rate, only someone with considerable skill at lockpicking will be able to get past it. Man, I'm terrible at searching. I should probably have her sing before I try to do that. Okay, and this is a horse merchant. Always one of them. Even though I don't bother with horses. I have a tough enough time trying to allocate my skills without having to worry about things like that. People have seen dragons flying around, could cause big trouble, no business with you, leave me be. He's mentioned in the map, isn't he? Yeah, you know Vidier. Heard of Vidier, haven't seen him in here often. Good thing, too, based on his reputation. Don't need that sort running around here. He's fond of a drink. Seen him wandering about town with a bottle of ale. Doesn't get them here. Where else could he obtain them? Presumably the Belching Dragon. It's my main competition. I've heard people talking about seeing Vidier there frequently these days. Someone there could tell you something. Yeah. I'll take a room. You can probably only give that idol to Storm Herald if you're evil. I wouldn't know. My evil character killed the Dryad when he found her, if I remember right. Because he's chaotic, so... Alright. Anything? Aha! Okay, so we really gotta search everywhere for these things, whatever they're for. Heard... He may be at the Belching Dragon. Seems unfair he gets all this really cool stuff. At least I'm beating him on hit points. I've got almost 100 more than he does. His constitution, surprisingly, is not maxed. But he's got a better intelligence and charisma than me. Who doesn't, though? Okay, well, let's go running down to the Temple of Helm, unless this completely permalocked. Yeah. So this should be the Temple of Helm right over here. there a particular gravestone that would conjure up a wizard with a bunch of phoenix guards? Because that'd be interesting. Don't know what's up with the white squares on the map, that's odd.
Hello to you.
Helm, the Vigilant One stands guard over all the realms. I acquired this idol infused with the power of an evil god. Hoped and trusted you for safekeeping. I certainly sense a great dangerous power emanating from this. The temple does not have does have places to lock such things away. It'd be best to take it. I may need to contact my superiors to have it moved to a larger temple with more secure vaults. You don't need to worry about all that. You've done well bringing this here. Yeah, Vidier. Heard of this Vidier? I have no dealings with him. Unsurprisingly, Helm's a power of Lords, Guardians, and few thieves would feel welcome here. If he ever needed healing, he obtained it elsewhere. The chief alternative would be to go to the Temple of Lathander at Baragos, a little way to the north of here, but that would present similar difficulties to the criminal element. Even more so, I suppose, since Keldath Ormlear, the head priest there, wears a second hat as that town's governor, and is responsible for law enforcement. These days, I suppose one might seek out one of the numerous adventuring parties who've been traveling through the region. Many of them include clerics, and from a wide variety of faiths, even a thief might find a sympathetic one. It'd be difficult to count on that. I'm not sure what else one could do. There's one other possibility that comes to mind. You made me think of a rumor I've been hearing. Some people of the town have mentioned a halfling who's apparently a ranger or druid. At any rate, he has some healing powers, likes to spend time alone in the wilderness. He's been seen wandering around the woods in the vicinity of town. By report, offers healing for a price to those who encounter him. Some caravans passing through have allegedly benefited from his services. Know of no particular reason to suppose he has any connection with Vidier. Alright. What have you got for sale? I like how he sells regular clothing. Like you'll ever use it. +2. Oh, +2 stuff. That's all he's got. I'll take these. Mass heal. Both of your regular heals. Resurrection, Greater Restoration, Summon Creature 9. So you've got some powerful stuff. Right, my money's kind of low, too. Hey, you buy stuff, right? No ammo, though? No ammo. I don't think I have anything else. Rod of Restoration. Greater Restoration, less Restoration, more Canis Disjunction, Stone of Flesh, and Restoration. That's actually pretty cool. That was 200,000. I like it, though. I'll take that. I think I'm pretty well stocked on other priestly supplies. Okay. Founts of Holy Water. Looking into the water, you notice a small object resting on the bottom. Curious, you attempt to reach down and take it, find yourself unable to pass your hand through the water. Some sort of magic seems to have rendered it solid. Looking at the fountain more closely, you see the following engraved on it. If you wish to take the reward found here, use divine power on the water of the same type used to resist undead. Well, I can't do that. You notice a small object resting on the bottom beneath the water. You attempt to reach down and take it, find yourself unable to pass your hand through the water. Some sort of magic seems to have rendered it solid. Look at the fountain more closely, you see the following. Punch the water, see if your blows prove worthy, the reward will be yours. Punch the water, causing it to yield somewhat before you, but you still cannot penetrate through it. Presumably your unarmed combat technique was not considered worthy, so you gotta be a monk. Or just have weapon focus or something in unarmed combat. Well, either way, it's not gonna work for me. You're on your way to one of the forest. Ublek. Hello. I'm Ublek. I have the important duty of handling public relations between the guard and the public. I publicize bounties on wanted criminals. You appear to adventurers. You'd be interested in seeking some bounties. You look a little familiar. I've seen your faces posted somewhere. Everyone's good at remembering faces anyway, given the large number of powerful adventurers we've had moving through. The authorities have offered some bounties on unusually powerful targets that would be beyond the power of most hunters, since many of these adventurers seem powerful enough to tackle such foes. With so many about, most of the more routine bounties are being rapidly dealt with. Not much low-hanging fruit left. Some might only be appropriate for hunters with specific skills, except these offers at your own risk if you're interested. Let me know about them. Largest, most difficult to collect the outstanding bounties is that of the Green Dragon, Grashal Cool, who's been causing trouble of late, lives somewhere in the Wood of Sharp Teeth to the northeast. Unfortunately, we don't know exactly where. Attempts to find him run afoul of patrols of kobolds who serve the dragon. If you could find and kill this dragon, you collect a bounty of 30,000 gold. It's not a lot. Taking down the dragon should be worth more than that, but we only have so much gold available. There's also a bounty of 5,000 on the thief Vidier, who's been making a nuisance of himself. Mostly he just steals from people without doing them any direct harm. He's considered a low priority. Don't know anything about where he could be found. Is there anything else? Hasn't brought up anything we don't already know about. This is probably a waste of time. I, Talsham, and the rest of that group brought in a couple of minor bounties while we were waiting for you. Most of our other bounties involve targets that present special difficulties in being reached or defeated, and are only being offered to adventurers with particular skills. You seem to be a barbarian. Let's see if I have anything for that. Bounty might be suitable for you. 20,000 for Tughuar. He's a Tanaruk, part orc, part fiendish, leads a band of orc raiders who've been causing trouble for some time now. He's apparently extremely formidable and has slain many who sought to bring him down. By report, he actually eagerly seeks out opportunities to battle those he considers worthy foes. That brings up the complication that makes someone skilled with weapons such as you an appropriate hunter for him. He apparently only considers fellow warriors to be worthy opponents, and despises wielders of magic, stealthy assassins, and such. To keep from being bothered by such people, he set up a fortress in the Cloud Peaks, guarded by a large number of anti-magic golems. Immune to spells and elemental damage, able to see through stealth and illusions, dispel buffs or other magic or others. Only get through by straightforward combat. Perhaps I was too hasty. Yeah, anything else we need? Well, and now I'll insult him a bit. Sagar's fortress is built in a series of caves in the northeast of the Cloud Peaks. Not far you can find it here. Occupied by orcs and those golems. Don't know what other special hazards you might encounter. Any other bounties? Band of lycanthropes led by an exceptionally powerful werewolf has been attacking caravans, traversing the tradeway between Ashkill and Beregost. Bounty of 20,000 for the chief werewolf. Unfortunately, no one's been able to find him. They attack vulnerable targets and rapidly vanish in the wilderness. Someone like you who's at home in the wild might be able to track him down. Suggest you go to the scene of the caravan most recently attacked, see if you could find some clue. Alright. Among the groups attacked, there are people missing for whom we could find no bodies. This might mean they're kidnapping people in order to infect them with their own lycanthropic disease. Come across any recently infected people who aren't beyond saving, send them to the Temple of Helm. Priests are aware of the problem but preparing treatment. Alright. So I have done the Fiend Fighter one, and it's freaking brutal. The Werewolf one, I have not. So I completed this module with my Paladin a while back, and I got real far out into the Wood of Sharp Teeth with my Weapon Master, but I never actually... okay. Bard Song. But I did not actually finish. Alright. Yeah, so I got XP just for locating things. I don't want to steal it, but I can locate. So this is all just guard gear. Half-plate's probably better than everything else that the Nashkel guards have. I mean, I could probably single-handedly wipe out this town. Along with the rest of the armies of Am. Ah. Covered one of Rift Raffin's cards.
Well met. Well met.
Yeah, you have a whole army to back you up. Unless you get the Cowled Wizards involved, you won't have a chance, and even then it'd be rough.
Well met.
Only authorized personnel, for the most part, means members of the Indian military are allowed here. Can I ask you to leave? Guess that's true. You do seem to be very powerful. I won't try to stop you. Not like he was stopping me anyway. Okay, so this would be the Belching Dragon, the most useless establishment in Nashkel. I've been a barbarian if I didn't like drinking so much. Had a lot of trouble with kobolds infesting the mine, masses of bandits on the roads. That was taken care of. Things have been going well lately. You're a foreigner, not that many half people this part. You're new in town, you come to the right place. The Belching Dragon, we have all the food and drink you need. Where's Vidier? I think I've seen Vidier in here occasionally. Lots of people pass through, don't think that tells you anything. Can't think of anything I know about him that would help locate him. Maybe something will come to me later. I assume after I've acquired the money that I need to for the main quest. Comes in here accompanied by Frago Hedgethorn. Don't know if you've heard anything about Frago. He's a halfling and a druid or ranger or something like that. Sells healing services to some of the people in town. Could be Vidier uses him for that as well. A guy like that tries to steer clear of official authorities, be it from a temple or anywhere else. Seems like Vidier and Frago are friends or something. They're often in here drinking together. Guess you could find Frago. You might be able to find out something about the thief too. Comes into town occasionally. Like I said, I haven't seen him for a while. He's a ranger. Might live out in the wilderness. Talk to some of the people he sells healing services to. Farmer Hodgent was in here recently. Talking about how much cheaper it was to get cures and such from Frago than the temple. Operates a farm in the general region. Still a good ways off from the town. Don't see him all that often. Gonna check out the fair. Maybe you could find him there. Things were pretty quiet till recently. Just lately we've had a lot of heavily armed people and similar types moving through town. Not sure what that's all about. They're looking for someone as your barbarian. You might know more about that than I do. Yeah, you're telling me. And reports of dragons seen flying around. Hopefully fly around is all they're planning on doing. Otherwise it could mean big trouble. We have not around here since the iron crisis was resolved. Main business of the town's the iron mine, little ways to the southeast. A little more than a year ago, there was a plot to shut it down and artificially create an iron shortage. Never learned what the point of that was, but naturally it caused a lot of trouble. Since it's part of the plot, a band of kobolds was killing miners using some special acid. Right. Some adventurers came through, but a stop to it. Leader of the group turned out to be a ball spawn, if you can believe that. Allegedly, are the children of the dead god of assassins. Murder, not assassins. Assassins would be masked, I think. Many of them became quite powerful. You'd expect someone with god's blood. Some of them have been causing a lot of trouble, competing with each other to become balls heir, something like that. I think by this point they've mostly killed each other off, so probably not anything we need to worry about. Old news, as I was saying. But while that particular ball spawn, that adventuring group was here, it made quite a boost to the local economy. Not only did they get the mine going, they brought in all sorts of magical weapons for us to sell. Some of it even plundered from the legendary Durlag's Tower, it said. Since that, a lot of buildings in town have added a second story or other additions. Yeah. Right. Let's see what you have to drink. Yeah, I don't think he's got anything that's gonna matter to me. Ooh.
Pleased to see you.
These people aren't very nice. Now we're just gonna have a lot of buildings that we can't interact with. Ah, the fair. It's the Great Gazebo. Can I see the amazing Gazoo? Amazing Oopa. See the exploding ogre. Yeah, let's see that again. Again. We can only manage so many performances in a day. Getting blown up is hard on poor Oopa. It's caused some problems in the past when people demanded to see this trick over and over again. He's gonna have to take a break now. If you really want to see it again, there'll surely be further performances at a later time. Typical. Welcome to the Nashville Fair, Nashkel Fair. I'm Zarubo Zadello. I offer a fair attraction that's different from the norm. For a nominal fee, you can assist in my magical research while getting something for yourself. You pay me to operate the little machine I built in the tent, which has the potential to create highly potent elixirs out of alchemical reagents. You put several reagents into the machine, then go to the lever to commence operation. You first have to put some coins to a slot on the lever. I do need to fund my research. 100 gold is sufficient. That shouldn't be too much for someone like you. At any rate, if you operate the lever, have the right combination of reagents, useful elixir may be created. You'll be free to take for your own use. You need to supply reagents. Typical stuff. Any combinations you can tell me. Part of my research is to determine the best combinations. You'll just have to experiment, and actually it's a bit of a gamble for you. I should warn you, a few combinations can produce a dangerous explosion rather than anything useful. It's probably nothing in experience like you can't weather. When you operate the lever, any reagent in the machine will be consumed, whether they produce an elixir or not. Don't put more than one reagent of the same type in at a time. Try combinations of 3, and only 3, separate reagents. Alright. Well, I don't have any right now, but okay. Arcane Merchant. Wide variety of arcane items for sale. Scrolls, wands, other such things. You know, scrolls for exceptionally powerful spells like Cloud Kill. Cloud Kill's a 5th tier spell. Don't know where you're from. Plenty of places that aren't back orders where 5th tier spells are considered quite powerful. Whole bands of dangerous creatures like goblins and kobolds, even ogres, have been utterly decimated by a single casting of such spells. It's fair, because when you come through here, Cloud Kill is the strongest spell you find. What do you have? You take this. Oh, you take this stuff for nothing? My goodness. Prices are cheap as dirt. 9,000? This is neutral? Whatever. At least it's being sold. Greater Sash of Shimmering. Spell resistance of 30. That's huge. Mine's better. Well, I'm not a mage. None of that's super useful. I could buy alchemical reagents from him, but I don't think I'm gonna.
Can I help you?
Have a few odds and ends here. You'll find enchantments on these things. I'll take a look. He also takes ammo. I didn't know. Oh, that's neat. Those are cool. If I recall, though... Yeah, that also puts up my... Of course, it puts up the strength, which is a big deal. Why am I at 30 strength? Oh, right, bull strength. I had that on before I rested. Okay, so... Right, I have the best version of that, right? Yeah. Those are cool, but I don't need them. Wow. This is actually nice stuff. Shock Halberd, 1d4 and +2. Yeah, it's cool. I would like that. Would have liked that a lot earlier. I wonder why it's all shock, but whatever. Those are worth a lot. If I ever have a bunch of extra ammo to sell, I can just subsidize it with those. Oh, it's the farmer. Trying to locate Frego. Buy various things for me, coats these potions, wonders that do wonders for my rheumatism. I get the feeling you're not looking to become his customer, though. Not sure I should tell you anything. He's a lot cheaper. Not sure I want to do anything to danger our relationship. I could tell you. Could be I'm just throwing more business his way. Frego meets with his clients at a pair of rocky outcroppings to make way for a prominent landmark a little way to the northeast. I can show you on your map where to find it. You never know whether he'll be there at any given time. Sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. If you don't find him on one occasion, you may have to check back later. Yeah, so he's probably not going to be there until it really matters. Ah, Riff Raffin. If you're interested, I'll invite you to participate in a little game. What does it involve? Hold up an ornately decorated playing card of some sort. I've hidden a number of these cards around town. Some are lying around in out-of-the-way places where they probably wouldn't be found by anyone, not actually looking for them. Some are hidden or locked away by more exotic means. Might be difficult or impossible to obtain unless you have certain talents. Keep an eye out for them as you wander about town. Try to collect as many as possible. Once you've found a number of cards, you can bring them to me. I'll give you a prize. More cards you bring, better it'll be. I'll only award this prize once, so don't come to me with cards until you've completed all the searching you're going to. Okay. To the mine. You cannot think of any particular reason you'd want to go there. Fair. Merchant? Question mark. Halfling appears to be a merchant of some sort with few customers. After looking you over, he seems to come to some conclusion. I only serve a select clientele. According to my magic goggles, you're not the sort of person I like to deal with. Not going to do business with you. Not going to answer any questions. Be on your way. You're a purveyor of illegal black market items. Think what you like. I'm telling you, I don't think you're a suitable customer. I'll take your meaning. Very well. I'll take a look at what you've got for sale. I've got connections. Blab about anything you see or won't accomplish anything. I'd like to talk about Vidier. Don't know anything. Even if I did, wouldn't be good for business to talk about my customers. You sure? It's true. Vidier and I sometimes did business, as anyone could guess, to help him fence things he brought me. I don't really know anything about him. Certainly have no clue where you could find him if he's gone into hiding. When he comes into town, spends time with the Belching Dragon. Okay. Okay, so he has good stuff. Really good stuff. But it's all evil-based. Leech. this one. Okay, that one's not very good. Just destructive magic. Necromancer staff. Rod of Thievery. Find traps and knock. That's cool. I'll take it. He does not take ammo. Okay, so I should sell all my extra stuff to him and other merchants around town. Only sell ammo to those other ones. So I have 16 and 16. So I got 16 charges of those two collectively, which is pretty cool. Very securely locked and warded. I should check as well. Are you good at disabling traps or opening locks? No. No, you're not. I didn't think you would be, but I also wouldn't think Valen's Shadow Breath would be. Alright, well there might be a Raffin card hidden out in the wilds. Tracks. Now that's promising. Looking at the tracks more closely, they form a distinct trail leading to a specific point. Examining the point, you dig into the ground, uncovered a buried chest. Yep, Raffin card. I wonder why I didn't get XP for that one. You spot something. A Raffin card. I think I remember one more spot like that. I don't know if it's the only other one or if they're all over the place. Catch a glimpse of something seems to be buried underneath the boulder. It's solid, won't be able to be shifted or destroyed. Somebody's immensely strong. That's me. Another card. One that was I spotted on the bridge, like the main bridge into town, I think. And I remember because there's always a bag laying there. And given that, yeah, it's probably one of these cards. So I'll check there, but if I didn't locate anything on my first pass, so I don't know that I will in future passes. But I also did not have the Bard song on yet, and that could make all the difference. The buff that that thing gives your skills is pretty immense. This is that weird manor house that's always in Nashkel. I don't understand why it's there. Those just people? Those are just people. At least there's not a bunch of kobolds and ogres hanging around town anymore. Yeah, don't mind me, nobleman. I'm just taking a look around. Not here to steal. No, I'm pretty sure you get evil points if you disable traps or pick locks on people's property. Ah, I have to wonder how we got that one in there. Oh, those are exits. Potion of Lesser Restoration.
Hello there.
I'm glad these people don't care so much about their property. They don't mind me just tromping in. It's got a lot of magic in here. At least for a random person's house.
Hey there.
I'm an adventure barbarian doing quests. Yeah. Typical response. All he wants is the random stranger to leave his house. Okay. So I'm gonna go check the bridge. If nothing changes on that, we'll be good. I might go try to hack up Storm Herald What's-His-Face too. Because I don't like those Telosians and they tried to murder me.
Well met.
Aha, yep. It was her bard song that would make a difference, I think. Okay, let me see what happens if I attack this guy. I don't even know how powerful he is. He's only at challenging, which means he's not really any stronger than his other pals. Point towards chaotic. I'm not that easy to kill. You teleported away. Typical. Should have carried out unauthorized vigilante justice. Yeah, I'm good with that. I don't like him. Telosians always suck. I didn't investigate this at all, did I? Good strike with a weapon delivered by one who's a true specialist can unlock me. Well, I can fire a bow pretty good, but that's about it. Various types of training dummies are here. Spend some time training. Oh, 337 XP. Well, I think the only things that we've used at Alders are all as bard songs, so I shouldn't need to go get another rest. I haven't leveled up. No, I haven't got more druid points yet. Well, I think I've found everything I'm gonna. Did you change clothes? Okay, so he's strong. Found some cards, here to return them. I'll only hand out the prize once. I think I found all the cards, I'm going to. If you want to look at the cards, just say no, the prize is a spell I cast on you, making you more powerful. Cast some kind of spell, you do feel more powerful and competent, much as you would after gaining some hard-won experience. 41, that's a lot. Who are you? What's really going on here? An insightful remark, there's more going on here than meets the eye. And that is all to the good, since who knows what eyes may be watching if you take my meaning. As for who I really am, you do not need to know that. It should suffice to know there are a few powerful factions who have noticed the threat Asgulkar poses and are prepared to covertly help your quest to stop him. It means I chose to test your fitness for the quest, and extend aid may have been a tad whimsical, but we may hope that has also made my actions more likely to be overlooked by our common enemies. Done what I came here to do, I'll be going now. Good luck to your quest. Yeah, he's gone. Well, he's unlikely to be a harper. And I doubt he's working with someone like the Zents or the Twisted Rune. If I remember right, when my paladin interacted with him, yeah, because my paladin could detect evil, and I don't have any memory of that guy being evil detected. Okay, so Tughuar's Fortress, meeting place, Harper Camp, caravan attacks. Okay, go to the meeting place. Located a landmark. He's not here right now. You'll have to try again some other time. Yeah, it's probably going to be pointless to even attempt it until after I've bones. Well, that's a little weird. Okay. Just me, or does that sword look odd? -3, -1. Okay, there's something odd about these. I'm gonna keep them for now. Okay, let's go to Tughuar's Fortress first. Okay, we can probably figure there's gonna be a lot of enemies hanging about. he's got a large number of orc raiders. Yeah, it seems like the main quest is pushing me towards that dragon, so Vidier's not going to be an option. Because he has all of my money, which I'm hoping I'm going to get back. Whoa! Oh my goodness! Okay, yeah, they really came out of nowhere. Most of them are just regular orc scouts. A couple of them are these elites, who are also rated as effortless. Oh, wow. Holy cow, we're gonna shred these guys. I would cast True Sight now, but I'm not all that worried about another ambush. It looks like they're throwing at us things like the enemies from Gurgamuk's tomb. And I could handle those. I mean, I was able to barely make it through those guys. They were rough when I did it that time. But if they're the same enemies now, they don't have a choice. Or chance. There's a trap door. Hello? Just a casual dungeon with some orc loot. Got another gaggle of them up ahead. Ooh, okay, those guys are going to be worse. They said that, they disable magic. Oh, yeah, Garrod, come on. If they disable magic... Wisdom decreased. Ow. That one is throwing darts at me. Okay, but they don't seem to have a crazy armor class. Yeah, they don't disable the Bard Song, but they've taken out the rest of my buffs, which is definitely going to make this annoying. Okay, Garrod can handle those things. I'm taking out the Ranger. Are you trying to run? Yeah, even he's having trouble killing him. His crits are a major part of how he fights. Although I'll give him credit. He can output as much damage as I can in a single strike. Which is saying something, because his weapon is way smaller. Alright, so they tanked my wisdom, which surprisingly has not impacted my spells at all. There's no point in using buffs, though, because they're just going to knock them out. I'm assuming there's going to be more of those things, so... Oh yeah, there's a whole gaggle of them. Okay, both of you stand your ground. Yeah, come on. I'm not looking to get ganged up on by 30 of them. Rod, come on. Okay, so that globe that's showing up, that must be flare. Oh man, there's a bunch of them. come here.
Hold this spot like it
Come here, follow me.
Come on. Follow along.
Fortunately, these things seem to have a poor armor class and an even worse discipline. Zarala, well, actually, no, Zarala, you bolt 62. Okay, you know what, yeah, actually, never mind. Both of you guys, yeah, go for it. What are they gonna do? Their armor classes just seem to increase at an exponential rate. And then there's me over here, who just gets hit so much. Okay. Well, they're a handful. Worth a lot, though, for their difficulty level. You know, if it was me versus 6 of those things alone, then sure, but with Garad in here, he really tips the balance of power. I do not like their debuffs. Those are a nightmare. This thing locked? How heavily is it locked? Can you disable that? Nope. Can I break it?
Time for a bit of the game.
Okay, I can. Okay, that one I can't. So what's even... Typical. This orc is devious. Old keg. Drink. While it tastes terrible, it doesn't even seem to have any negative effects. Beneficial effect on your ability to resist various negative effects. Give me a bunch of saving throw buffs. My fortitude save is 44. Legend lore. Plus 10 bonus to lore checks, plus 1 for 2 caster levels. What's regular lore? Or identify do? Whip plus 1. Just go and fight the big bad guy and disarm him. No, if he's a pure fighter, he's gonna have so much discipline. Strange magical energies fill the doorway as you get close to it, an oddly disembodied voice speaks. Tughuar stands ready to face worthy challengers, true warriors who do not depend on cowardly tricks and magic in single combat. Only one warrior can pass through to face him after further tests. Let your designated champion and him alone approach. You'll need to stay behind. I'd like to face this warrior myself, suppose you've earned the right. Sure, it's good to go on alone. I'll wait here if you result in doing so. Alright. Well, that's not the best news. 40 armor class. I remember when that was good. Oh boy. Come on. Gonna have to chew through each of you. At least there's like an endless amount of those potions for sale in Nashkel. You know, of all the things they're missing, good healing is not one of them. Come on. How hard is it to not roll awful? Man, these guys are all only worth 90 now. Oh no! My armor class! It's even worse now. Okay, well hopefully I won't have to fight much until I reach him. And as long as he doesn't have a way to dispel me the way these things do, I can buff up prior to that fight. I have runes of reinvigoration I can use. Fairly certain I can pass through that doorway with no repercussions at all, so I could just pass through, pick up a bard song, and return. Which I should probably do before continuing this fight, but I just want to finish these things off. How many of them are there? My goodness. Alright, well the ones that don't have darts seem to much prefer to use their breath and range touch attacks and spells. You know, for a guy who detests magic users and sneaky people, he had a lot of sneaky scouts waiting out front, and he's using a lot of golems and wards to keep people in. Of course, they actually managed to somehow disease me. Well, as long as they can't drain those lower than their minimums, I don't have anything to worry about. It's just sort of annoying, because they do impact my saves to an extent. Not by a whole lot. My will is down and my reflex is down. Okay. Is that all of them? Still got one left. Whoa! Gets me with a negative effect and immediately dispels it. Okay, so that's just a saving throw buff. What are these? If you have any special skill with spear, strike the gate with the type of weapon. Claim the weapon Cry of Blood. Fists. Type of axe which you have focused on, strike it.
What the? My weapon can't touch 'em.
A true specialist may attack. Let me yeah, no. No. What do we got? New axe? Grunge hand, plus 5. 2d6 acid. Damage reduction, plus 6. Soak of 15 damage. Holy cow. 10% acid immunity bonus. Plus 5, plus 1 constitution. It doesn't have keen or improved criticals. 2d6 acid. That's more elemental damage. And that damage soak is huge. I'm still gonna keep that. Daggers. Swords. Projectile weapons. Yeah, I only have weapon focus and great axe. I'll take it. That save was only usable by orcs. Orcs and half-orcs. How could you possibly be an orc? Not sure what the reason for including that is. If this were a Souls game, that you'd have to get in those corridors to hide from some sort of blasts that would come down at you. Archer horror. I don't like the sound of that. Oh, yeah, well, that'd be why. Just absorbs all the damage. That's awesome. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go without, because I have to kill these things. Those hurt a lot. Okay, well, let's see if I can do this without drawing the ire of the big ones. They're probably immune to elemental damage. Oh goodness, they're hard to hit. Okay, they're not immune to elements. They regenerate at all? No. They are really, really frustrating to hit. Doesn't help that these things are not plus anything, so they don't give you any bonuses to hit. Fortunately, even though they do deal solid damage, I have 600 hit points. And yet, it's going right through them. Their greatest weapon is also their greatest weakness, though. I can't reach them. That also means they can't come after me, so I can fall back and heal whenever I need to. Got it. Okay. So, just the other one left. There we go. I could have used Stormcaller on them. Probably should have, but whatever. Okay. So there's 2 more up here. These ones I should be able to make a bit easier. They hasted? They're not. That's a major flaw. Oh goodness, this is an acid-resistant weapon. Oh, it sucks to be you. I just realized that. Wait a minute, do all the golems deal extra acid damage so this thing basically nullifies everything they can do? Because if so, that's awesome. Plus, it's a green dragon. He probably has acid everywhere. I think they're mainly poison, not acid, but still. They were just using standard acid bolts. And arrows. Bullets. Alright, well, let's see what this thing can do. There's only 3 of them. That thing is using +6 darts, then, is what that tells me. I'm going to assume damage reduction is going to be completely useless against Big Bad. I know he's strong. I don't know if he has a +6 weapon, but Garrod does, so I think Garrod does. Does Garrod only have a +5 weapon, +6 everything else? Which, by the way, is unfair. Like, seriously, why does every NPC, especially the henchmen, get to have just the most epic gear? Most of them have, like, belts of agility and rings of power. I would kill for a ring of power. That would be so awesome. 15%, not 15%, just straight up 15 elemental damage shaved off every hit. I would love that. You couple that with an axe like this, you're close to unhurtable. Okay, yeah, I'm assuming they use a creature weapon, just like monsters and animals, which I believe bypasses all damage resistance. If there's a plus that you have to get through, this thing takes +6. I'm assuming there's just auto goes through all of it. Why didn't I haven't had these equipped the whole time. I'm a genius. Okay, I just wanted to check something real quick. Alright, I believe this is it, if I remember right. The second I go up this thing, he's gonna be waiting for me. So I'm going to reinvigorate. Hold on, okay, actually before I do that, I just need to see. If I hit you, he does not dispel on hit or anything like that. His weapon is definitely +6. And it looks like it hits me with some sort of negative blast. Or was it dispelling on hit? It might have been. But it's also possible that some of my stuff is too high a level to be easily dispelled. we'll give it a try. I think I'll stack up some extra fire damage too. Ooh, Keen Edge. I could use that. That'd be pretty epic. Well, I'm not sure how useful it would be. I think Premonition might stack with Stone Skin. I don't use Flame Weapon pretty much ever anyway, so I might as well use it now. Summon an Animal Companion, you might be handy. I have no idea if he's going to hit me with some sort of gnarly mental effects, so I'm going to Mind Blank. I mean, as long as you're here. Here's some ice damage. 452 hit points. Oh my goodness. That thing cannot hit, but it might be a pretty effective tank, unless he dispels it immediately, which he might. Okay, so I fired... Right. I'm gonna fire off both of these. I can also summon those. That's always my ace in the hole. Unless he has a way to instantly undo summoning. I can always summon them. Okay, so this brings my attack all the way up to 46, which is a little better. Here, Fira, you start off the attack. Okay, he does send them back. Mm-hmm. And he dispelled everything, essentially. Uh-oh. I don't think there's any way for me to reasonably beat this guy. I might have to cheese this in one way or another. But it looks like he's going to banish on every string. So I can't rely on summonings. Or buffs. I hit him pretty consistently. Yeah, that's never going to work. I should Keen Edge my weapon. That might work. Also, can you friggin' stop doing that? Okay, the store seems to be an effective wall against him. I have nothing that can improve my discipline further. You'd think it was improved high enough, it's like 50-something, but he hits every swing, so his attack is unbelievable. I could retreat to Zerala. Ooh! That's what I'm gonna do. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run back to Zerala. Hold on. Okay, before I even actually do this. None of these buffs matter, because he has a ridiculous dispel on hit. So I'm going to run back here, I'm going to have her armor class and skill up me. There's my discipline, 45. She probably hadn't used it on Garad yet. So his was lower than it should be. But this will give me a couple extra points of attack that'll always be there. I think he was resisting some of my elemental damage, just not all of it.
Well, yes, fair enough.
Bard Song. And he should not be able to dispel this, because it should be a supernatural effect. He'll take off my bark skin the second he touches me, but that at least gives me a higher armor class. And brings up my discipline to 57, so yeah, that's huge. That should make it much harder for him to knock anything out. And I definitely should, I think Keen Edge, 10, I think that only lasts like 10 rounds. And frankly, I'm not sure it would even matter. I have to roll in a threat range or something like that to even get a critical. But we'll try it. Why not? What else am I going to use for it? Keen Edge. Whoa. Fira is not gone. Okay, now Fira's gone. Shockingly, he has not... Okay, when I look at my critical, threat roll 14 plus 50? 50? Is that what my... No, my attack's not a 50. Oh, that's him. He critted. And he dealt 102 damage. Ow. That's a good call. Me too, also. This is garbage. we're the worst fighters. Okay, well at least my my bark skin is staying. I'm good with that. I think I might have absorbed all of his key attacks. The question is, how many potions of heal does he have? It looks like he might be out. But I cannot think of a fight where I'm going to need it more than this one. Man, you suck. Oh, I think I lost a couple points. Ouch. Whatever. I've stocked these things over the course of like 5 chapters and used them very sparingly for a fight just like this one. Got him. I feel pretty awesome. That was actually tough. And I managed to get through it without any sort of cheese, just through use of my stuff. Pistol Sword +1. Only usable by evil and outsider. It would seem that it's only achieved its full potential by drawing on the powers latent in Tughuar's fiendish blood, not as powerful when employed by anyone else. That is garbage excuse. What's in here?
Not good. I think I've been poisoned.
Well, at least I'm immune to the literal poison. Orc Warlord armor. That's heavy armor, though. +5. Concentration, discipline. Neat stuff, neat stuff. I've already got my epic axe, and that's the real reward out of here, as far as I'm concerned. There's more of this fortress to explore. Oh, right, I got a key from it. Maybe now I can unlock something. He was definitely a powerhouse. It was just constantly... I was able to somehow actually keep pace with his damage for those first 2 bouts where he used potions of heal. I'm not sure exactly how I managed to do that, actually, but, like... We used our heal potions at the same time, the first 2 times, and then he had, like, a whole period of time where he was way out-damaging me. But I had enough heals to get me through that. If it had been, it would have been way more costly if it was, like, 5 heal potions of mine per 1 of his. But that went pretty well. I'm happy with that.
Step with me. Come on. Follow along.
Key open here. Key opens here. I'm gonna rip you all to pieces. You guys have no chance at all. I cannot relate to you just how little of a chance you have. I've just massacred your leader. I did it ruthlessly, and I'm immune to everything that you have. Do your worst. Yeah, I'm shaving 15 off of each hit of theirs, and I have... Yeah, you think you're gonna get through that damage? My regen actually does something now. Raleigh, you probably shouldn't hit this guy. Okay. Don't y'all feel good about your damage. That was literally just the Witch Doctor's Acid Sheath. Which is still a garbage spell. Just a dart or something embedded in the ceiling up there. Alright, go ahead and use that again. I'm gonna need more potions. I'm just gonna have to fill this entire thing with them. I have enough bags. I should be able to subsidize pretty easily. Goblin Shield of Nulbish versus Goblinoid +6, +5 in general. Aura of Glory and Blood Frenzy. That's a cool shield. It's pretty powerful. I'm not sure I would ever use it because those Shields of Strength are way better. Also, it was a Constitution check to drink from that keg. How can I possibly fail? I have the maximum Constitution. How do you succeed? Alright, that stairs down, so that'll probably bring us to that other locked door. This would be the Witch Doctor's room. Oops. Trying to... There we go. Yeah, I can tell you despise spellcasters, Tughuar, because you have employed several of them. Powerful ones, too. Reasonably powerful. What a hypocrite. At least he's a dead hypocrite now. Stack the fire damage with the rest of this. You just turn into an engine of destruction. I should probably just do that. Like, on a regular basis, just always apply fire damage. When it comes to trolls, I do enough acid damage now. I don't need the fire, although it would help. Oh, boy. Okay, this might be rough. Okay, the orcs, I think, can output more damage as a general rule. The rest of these guys, there are a lot of these things. They've given us no form of cover or anything else. We may have to make some strategic retreats throughout this fight. Okay, get out of the blades first. Okay, that's her. He's got a really high armor class, so the magic's going to be, I think, the only thing that gets him. And he still has a bunch of healing potions. Okay, bypass all the others. Kill you. The Archer Horror is the worst of the lot. He's having trouble hitting anything right now. How do you disease me? What is that? Garrod, you should not attack that witch doctor. He's go- okay. Now you can. The acid sheath is gone. Well, he's out of pretty much all his good magic, I think. Unless that was a horrid wilting. That one will hurt. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Get out of there, get out of there. I did not expect him to whip out an instant kills. Well, Iron Golem. Oh, they have just straight up iron golems in there. I didn't know that. Okay, well, I'm on a timetable to get Zerala back. And I have a +5 weapon, so most of your damage resistances are going to be pointless. There we are. Okay. To get both of them back up. And we'll go finish off the remaining golems. Okay. You can in no way blame me for you going down, Garrod. You're the one who failed your save. Okay, let's go finish off the others.
Yes.
Okay, can't knock down him, but I can burn him. Which, for some reason, seems to make even less sense to me, but I'll take it. Smith's Enchanted Hammer. So that would be what was constructing all the golems. Room is filled with golem parts, as well as magical reagents and apparatus. Like this room is used to provide maintenance on the golems. Or used to construct them in the first place, yeah. Can I open this door now? There we go. Alright, let's search out the rest of this place. Don't think... I mean, it's a pretty big map, but we've encountered large rooms so far, so I'm assuming there's not a whole lot left. Yeah, big rooms. Hi guys, no mages? Or mages, no golems? All these poor regular orcs. We're basically just slaughtering a village. We just walked into a random village of orcs in the mountains and started swinging. Like there was no chance. I feel no sympathy. But it is sort of pitiful. So this thing only absorbs 10%. Yeah, that's not a ton of acid damage. It's only a couple off of each swing. It's a big deal when an enemy only deals like 1d4, because it's always consistently like at least 1 off. But when they actually deal a lot of damage, then it's nothing. Quick beyond the storage barracks, unoccupied, containing nothing of value. I should be the judge of that, but whatever. More orcs. More death. Come on, get one of these locks. They said the last adventurers who came through bolstered the local economy with all kinds of magical stuff. I think we're about to do that again. Ooh. Immunity to mind spells. I got all kinds of XP out of that. Can everyone move? Thank you. Alright, looks like we got like one room left, probably. This looks suspicious. This literally just a training room? Cool. Alright, well that's about it for Tughuar and his raiders. I'm never going to remember this guy's name. He's not important enough. No, this gave me a lot of confidence. I expected this place to be much rougher. I remember fighting that dude. My Weapon Master? Weapon Master's not my most optimized character. I've said that before. That guy's kind of terrible. But he had so much trouble fighting him. But we're talking like, I had to completely door and stair cheese. I was darting upstairs, healing a bunch, throwing on whatever I could, going back down, hitting him once or twice, and then going back up. I was doing that over and over again. It's exhausting. It wasn't fun. But it was a quest, and I wanted to get it out of the way. And I did get it out of the way. Headstorm? Anything? You here? I'll have to travel again some other time. I'll just do that every now and then. Okay, I can sell pretty much all of this stuff off screen, but I want to turn in the bounty on screen. Oh, I can also try the machine. And then I think that'll be it.
I greet you.
900 XP for turning that thing in. That was a XP heavy quest. Okay, so we have one more minor bounty then to go after before the other ones. I say minor. These things are far from it. I have no idea what to expect on that other one. It's a nature-based quest. I've never played with that, of course. My other characters were a paladin and a weapon master, so both of them went through Tughuar. And the paladin also fought some sort of horrific mummy lord. That thing was a powerhouse.
Hold this spot like it was home.
Okay, so Fenberry, blue quartz crystal. Alchemical machine. Fire beetle belly, fairy dust, Atakapu, Zikr, Fenberry, Basta, size, gargle skulls, blue quartz. I see. I don't have enough to actually do this yet. Okay, well I'm gonna hang on to the reagents then. We'll do that eventually. I'm gonna run around, I'm gonna sell my stuff, but I'll do it off screen. So we got a new axe. We put down a big boss monster. We're doing it epic. We're gonna completely destroy this werewolf. I'm completely confident it's gonna happen. Oh, I'll buy a room and rest too. I'm pretty sure mine is up. So yeah, that's it for this one then. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.